So when it comes down to business, I've had my business now for near on 8 years, a mixture of freelancing, owning an agency and things in between, managing a team, managing cash flow, building up a business, and everything else in between. So I thought I'd record 5 things that I've learned within those years. And the first one is perfection, right? And not everybody gets things right the first time. It's all about putting in your rule, that 80-20 rule of ensuring that, yes, it needs to be perfect, but it doesn't need to be the bee's knees of everything you're doing. And, that applies to your accounting, that applies to your operations, that applies to your service delivery, applies to your marketing, speaking with clients. It doesn't matter if nothing is perfect, especially in startup days. People make mistakes, right? We are all human. And I think a lot of the time, a lot of people can forget that and sort of focus on perfection 100% of the time. It's important things to get things right, but you don't need to get things perfect 100% of the time. And don't put that pressure on yourself, because you're going to end up in a very slippery slide, which isn't good for the business. It's not good for your mental health and the progression that you want to take things as well. Number 2 is not every client is a good client. At the start, and I mentioned this in the past, I would say yes to everything, yes to everyone, yes to every service that I could offer. And it is going to cause you more headache in the future than it's worth. We have had to get rid of clients. We've had to fire clients. We've had to say, look, we're not working with you anymore because of how you've treated our team, of the project that you've assigned to us, or loads of different things. And you don't have to say yes to everyone. I think there is, a pressure at the beginning to be like, yes, 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 yes. And this doesn't apply just to marketing. It applies to any business. If you're a dog walker, you don't have to say yes to everybody's dog, everybody's client that you want to work with. If you're a dog trainer, if you are a plasterer, if you're a decorator, if you're a plumber, trust your gut as well, which is, I think, so important. I have a very good intuition. I have a very good sense of feeling of people. And if I don't get on with someone, and not even just with clients, even with hiring people as well, I've made awful decisions in the past about hiring people. I didn't trust my gut. I didn't listen to what my feelings was telling me. I was just desperate to hire people, and I've made some awful decisions, which have meant that we've lost clients, our revenues hit a turn, and the reputation of the business hasn't been good because I've hired the wrong people. So not every client is a good client. Don't say yes to everyone, and trust your gut when you're talking to people, when you're talking to clients, when you're talking to hiring people and building up your team. It is so important to trust your gut in what you're doing and with clients as well. Number 3 would be operations. It's very hard to focus on this initially, but it is so important, as well as your service deliverability. Ensure that you are streamlined. Yes, marketing is important, but there's no point marketing a product if you can't deliver it. I've seen so many people fail. They've brought in sales managers, brought in 150 grand's worth of business, and they've just not been able to deliver on that. It makes the sales manager look bad. It makes the business look bad. So work on your SOPs, work on your service deliverability, work on your operations, get things streamlined, get things working properly and correctly. Don't offer something unless you've tested it on yourself. As a service, for example, that's a motto that I use. We never launch a new service unless we've tested it, trialed it, wrecked it, bought it back up, built it back up, or worked on it ourselves. So ensure that you have that product ready to go. There is no point wasting marketing budget, no point bringing in a sales team unless you can deliver on what you are saying you're going to deliver, because it is so important. And what you don't want to do is damage your business reputation, because it's not going to end well, and you're going to set yourself up for failure, because it is just not worth it. Number 4 would be your cash flow, something that a lot of people don't think about enough. We use American Express for 2 reasons. It gives us 30 days. We set up a direct debit, so we pay the month after, but also we get points from that, which can be used towards flights for business trips. It can be used towards Amazon vouchers. You can then redeem it against services and other things. And it is great. If you pay it off the month after, you don't pay any APR, any interest, I think is the word. And it is great. We put everything through on our American Express, and it helps our cash flow immensely. Charge up front. You wouldn't go to Next or H&M or Zara and buy a t-shirt and not pay for it before you left the store. Exactly the same when it comes down to services, but also products as well. It's something that we implemented a couple of years ago because clients would forget to pay invoices. If we were working with big corporate companies where their payment terms are 90 days, it's very hard to sort of work a cash flow around that, and ensure you have credit control, whether you outsource it, whether you dedicate time each week to do it yourself or with an operations manager or an operations assistant. It is so important that you do that because it can be overlooked. And if you don't have cash in the bank, you can't pay your contractors, you can't pay your team, you can't pay yourself. So be really hot on that. If someone doesn't pay, pause their services until they pay. Yes, it looks good because you want to invoice for it and it goes towards your revenue, but you don't actually have that money in the bank. Money in the bank is so much more valued than actually money on paper in your accounting software. So please always bill up front, always work on your credit control as well. And the last thing, number 5, going back to the first one when it comes down to perfection, but nobody has it figured out. Don't compare yourself to other people. As I've said before, time and time again, you look at an iceberg of someone that's really successful. At the top, you'll see all of their successes, and underneath, you'll see all the other things that they've been working on, the problems that they've faced, the problems that they've worked through. So don't worry about having it all figured out. It's okay. You are going to have good months. You are going to have bad months. Build yourself into a network of other business owners. I can't stress that enough. It is a very, very, very lonely place running a business and owning a business, especially a small to medium-sized business, and having a network of people that own businesses, not your friends, not your family. I mean, other business owners is so important, other founders as well, startups. Build yourself a network because yes, it's going to benefit you from a mental health point of view and having people you can bounce ideas off, but also it's going to come into play and into your benefit as you are networking with people that could be your clients as well. Networking is so important, and something that I wish I would have done a lot sooner. I probably didn't because I was very young and naive in that sense when I first started. But since we have, and since we've been going to conferences and things like that in the last couple of years, it has helped ourselves immensely. We've won one of our biggest clients from me being at a conference, meeting them, having lots of gin and tonics with them, and it worked out brilliantly in the long run. So I would definitely say it is 100% worth doing those types of things. There's probably a lot more than 5 within this episode, but hopefully some of those things are really useful. If you think I've missed something, leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.